In today's video, I'm going to talk about why your juicer might be backing up on you when you're juicing, and I'm going to share some tips with you that will give you more seamless juicing. So I'm going to make this delicious juice recipe today. I have apples, I have cilantro, I have celery, an orange, and 2 lemons, and an entire pineapple cut up. Now, it was a smaller pineapple, and you'll notice that my juicer does have some pulp, and it's been used because I just finished making a delicious juice recipe about boosting immunity and fighting fatigue. So that's another video if you want to check that one out. But today, I'm going to juice, and I'm going to talk about some of the issues and troubleshooting why when you're juicing that the pulp might actually back up, or the items in the hopper might actually back up. So what I want to talk about first is when you're layering the items in there. Okay, that's important. And I have found that mixing them in actually helps the juicer to pull the items down easier so it does not back up as easily. So I put in the apples first, and now I'm going to put in the cilantro. Now this is really key. You want to cut your greens in pieces. So I just lay them out like I would carrots, and I just cut it in sections, and it's all chopped up. Now this is important if you want more seamless juicing and you want to avoid backing up, okay? So there's a little layer of the fresh cilantro, and I'm going to add in the celery. You'll notice also that I've cut that into chunks. So manageable chunks is going to make the process much easier so your juicer will not be backing up on you. I'm throwing in my pieces of orange and lemon, a couple of those, and I'm alternating everything, and some chunks of pineapple. And it's important just to go to the fill line, which I definitely have gone over that fill line too many times, so now I'm learning just to kind of stay right at that fill line because the juicer will function much better that way. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. And you'll notice it's going to start spinning and juicing. And one of the tips I have for you that's really important is that during the juicing process, so you see I have the entire hopper filled up here. So during this batch of juice, I want to go ahead and use the reverse button a couple of times. So you have to hold it. So I'm going to hold it in reverse for about 7 seconds. And I want to do that at least twice during this batch. So now I put it back to the on, to the forward, and it's going to continue to juice. That is one tip that really helps the juicer work better, more efficiently, and prevents the backup of the produce. So do that a couple of times during each hopper batch. Make sure you're cutting up your produce, especially your greens. And then at the end of your juicing batch session, let's say just the hopper, like right here, as soon as this one's done, I'll show you, but you want to let the juicer run a little bit. Give it a chance. Give it a chance to finish its job and to finish juicing whatever might be still in the auger or on its way down the auger. So you want to let it run a little bit with each batch, okay? And when I say batch, I mean with each hopper full. So as soon as you finish that hopper and it's empty, you finish juicing that, you want to go ahead and let it run a little bit. Now you can see there's still a little bit of items in there, and the chamber is getting full. You can see that it's a little bit over the 16-ounce mark, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it to off, and I could do the reverse section for another 7 seconds, and then I can move it back to on. The thing is you have to watch for is you don't really want it to go over the 16-ounce mark in the chamber too much, because you don't want it to spill, which I've often let it go over, but it never spills on me. But that's a guideline for us, 16 ounces. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it off, and I'm going to release all of this delicious juice. It looks so pretty. It looks like the color of like a guava juice to me. It's really pretty. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and this is what I was saying just a moment ago, is when you're finished with this batch, you want to go ahead and let the juicer run for a little bit afterwards. So I'll be prepping something else, or I'll be cleaning something in my kitchen, or if I have to run off and do something really fast, I just let it run. So whether it's 10 seconds or even 1 minute, and that lets it complete its process and empties everything that might be in the auger or in the chamber or still in the hopper. Okay? So there you go. You can see that it's nice. Everything's moving clear. There's nothing really backed up in there. You can see down there, it looks really clear, and I'm ready to throw in my next batch. So I'm going to keep on juicing, and I'm just going to continue layering them in, and because everything has been cut appropriately, it's going to be really smooth. It's going to make the process super fast. And now I'm just alternating and getting it done quickly. So I think it's really important to cut everything up ahead of time and have it ready. It makes everything so much more enjoyable, and it just runs so smooth. Okay, there we go. Hopper's filled up. And here I have the juicing spout open, which it can be open or it can be closed when you're juicing, just depends on your preference. I'm also not using the strainer, and you can use that. I have some of my videos where I show the strainer being used. And I'm just going to do the same process. So a few seconds. I'm going to go ahead and hold it in the reverse button for, not button, it's actually like a dial. So I'm just holding it in reverse for about 7 seconds. And then back to on. And I'm going to do that. I find that 2 times during the batching session of that one batch in here usually is good. Depends what you're juicing to. If you're juicing, I've noticed like a lot of citrus, like a lot of oranges or even pineapples or even apples. Those produce a lot more pulp. So I will use the reverse button a few extra times during that juicing session for those items. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do it again for a few seconds. Okay, so these are great tips that you can use. You don't always have to do them, but I thought I would share them because this is an area that people struggle with sometimes, so I thought this would be great information to share with you. Some juicing recipes that I use, I don't actually use the reverse button at all, but if you want to get in the habit of doing it, it will definitely make juicing more seamless, and you shouldn't get any kind of backup with your produce. That's almost done there. You can see that the juice container is almost full here, and I still have some items to juice, so I'm going to pour that into my bigger pitcher here. And another feature that I really love about juicing with this juicer that I have here, the Nama J2, is that I can close the spout and let it finish juicing, and I can go ahead and take the juice container over here, and it's still juicing for me. And I can pour it. Wow, look how good I did. Sometimes I spill and make a mess. It dripped a little bit, but not too bad. So, and then I can put it back, and then I can open the spout, and the rest of the juice will come out. So I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit reverse here. Now sometimes a little wedge of, say, a lemon or a lime can get stuck on the blade, like here. So when that happens, I just reach in and kind of slide it off. Okay? Easy as that. That happens once in a while. And then I just turn it back on and let it finish. Okay, and I have more produce, so I'm going to go ahead and throw that in there. But you can see, watching me here and seeing the juicer, that nothing's really backing up, and it's going really quickly. And that's what we want. We want to just juice quickly, get it done, so it can get into our bodies and we can feel good and have health and have that nutrition that we need in an easy format. And we can get those nutrients into our bodies quickly. I love having my juice, especially in the morning, because I feel like it's just a natural energy drink. And it just, I can feel the surge of energy. I can feel the cellular nutrition happening, and it just sets up my system for success for the entire day. So juicing can just become something naturally that you do, especially if you're into health and you're wanting to get healthier and you're looking for something to do for yourself that's important and that's an easy way to get nutrition into your body. I think juicing is one of the best ways that we can get nutrition into our bodies. So I really hope you enjoyed learning today just how to make juicing more efficient, make it more seamless so you don't have backup in your juicer when you're juicing. No matter what type of juicer you're using, you can use these tips. And if you are in the market for a juicer like mine, which is the Nama J2, you can use my code Rosie10 for 55 off. I will put a link in the description for you below. Okay, so you can see it's just been coming out because I didn't close the spout there. And I'll go ahead and reverse it again, just for fun, just to show you. We are done. And this is a 64-ounce container. So you can see that I've done a little bit over 64 ounces. Perfect. Wow, this one really looks like a guava juice to me, just the color. It's like a pink, beautiful color. Yay, I can't wait to drink all of this. I hope those tips helped you and you can continue to enjoy your juices every day and get healthier. Juicing cheers.